guys, we don't need all the bad stuff. We can just keep the good stuff and stop calling it religion,
Oh,
stop calling
yeah.
it God. And most of us agree on what we're talking about anyway. My war cry is that, religion has a stronghold on spirituality, more specifically, the language of spirituality. And so many people think that they are spiritual experiences are inherently tied to organized religion. And one of my big things is trying to separate that and be like, guys, we don't need all the bad stuff. We can just keep the good stuff and stop calling it religion, stop calling it God. And most of us agree on what we're talking about anyway. The world would be an amazing place if everybody would at least take acid one time. I think it's something that, just opens up a door in your mind that you never knew was there. And it sounds so cliche because it's so hard to explain, but it's just one of those things that I think everybody needs to do.
I took like a half an eighth of mushrooms. Didn't really get to see much. Took acid. Didn't really get to see much. But it's like the feeling inside of it. You open yourself. You become vulnerable and open yourself up to something new, something different. And I agree with you. The fundamental principles that religion has, like be kind, blah, 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 all this and that, you can apply that without religion. Listening to Dr. Jordan Peterson a little bit on some of the Bible verses, like his interpretation of it. And it's kind of really fascinating to open it up. I think they take the text literally instead of psychologically.
And I definitely agree with you. And I'm a big fan of, Peterson takes the Bible stories and uses the value of the lesson and not so much about the explicit text, which I think is a good thing. However, that is not really what the religion was meant to do. It was meant to be the word of God. And so straying away from that is not really the religion. And again, while that's a good thing, we want to stray away from believing that this is an inherent word of God. But then it just turns into, again, a semantic thing about, well, what is God? And well, God is just love. And it's like, no, God, in the Bible, God is Yahweh, and so if you don't believe that, and you don't believe He sent His Son to earth to be killed for sin, all that stuff, then you're not really a Christian. But I think for right now, when I was in my militant atheist stage, a lot of the religious impact on society was a lot more prominent than it is now. I no longer see the Christian right as such a big threat to our way of life, and now it's become the opposite, and it's the far left that is using their ideology to create havoc. And I've long been saying that I think leftism, wokeism, whatever you want to call it, is a religion. It's and it's not even a godless.
It's a cult.
Yeah, it's not even a godless religion. They view their figureheads as gods. Not everyone, of course, but generally speaking, the sentiment is that what they say goes. There is the in-group and the out-group, all of this stuff. But whether you call it a cult or a religion, they exhibit all of those features. And so it's very interesting.
Definitely. I kind of view myself as center, maybe center libertarian. I do follow Tim. I do follow Steven Crowder. And that's probably about it, because Steven seems reasonable as a conservative. I don't agree with certain aspects. Whoever makes the most sense to me, I believe so. I don't like to pick sides, because that results in a tribalism, fighting amongst your neighbors. Oh, you like Trump, go fuck yourself. Oh, you like Biden, go fuck yourself. I'm like, all right, well,
where does that leave us?
Yeah, we're at a crossroads here. We're not speaking to one another. I've been following Tim since last year during all the city riots and everything, and
the peaceful protests, right?
Yeah, peaceful protests. There's fire in the background. Oh, peaceful protest. Roast some marshmallows over there. Okay, they're doing fine. It's a campfire. I just got in tune with him. I watch him almost daily. Watch his podcast. Same with Crowder. I try to get like both worlds of the political spectrum. Certain things I do agree with. I like conservative values. I like parents in the home and everything. Raised by single mom when I was 13. You can honestly tell the difference between a 2-parent household and a 1-parent household.
Would you say that you're not necessarily too deep in the weeds, but that you do care about these things enough to keep up to date on them? Is that accurate?
Oh, that's accurate.
Tim is kind of my main guy. I've been following him since maybe around 2014, 2015, when he was still doing like on the ground stuff. The fact that I've been following him for a long time, and he was always, you know, the center left milquetoast fence sitter. And now he pretty much aligns with what people are calling the new conservatives. And that change has not really been a result, in my estimation, of his values specifically changing. He's, of course, taken in new information, again, specifically the gun stuff. But I don't think that Tim has gone from thinking these things to now thinking these things. I think he's pretty much, and I would put myself in the same category, that he's pretty much been in the same center, you know, just rational sphere, and everything else around us has shifted. So Tim is the main guy for me. I do like Crowder, but it's very clear that he is not pandering. That's a derogatory thing, because I do think he is absolutely reasonable in his conclusions, but the way he presents himself, it's clearly not for bringing in new people. If you already agree with Crowder, then you're going to enjoy his content, and if you don't, then you're not. But that being said, even though you're going in kind of knowing what kind of take he's going to have, it's about the information that he presents, which you're not finding in other places. And so I also like to supplement that clearly conservative type of talk with people like Kyle Kalinske, Secular Talk, Sagar and Crystal with Breaking Points. I'll check in with Jimmy Dore every now and then. Same kind of thing. I like to have an array of different voices, not only so that I can get the best picture of what's going on that I can, but also to see what other people are saying.